Billionaire Richard Hensley had everything money could buy: mansions, private jets, luxury cars, but not the one thing he prayed for most: to see his 5-year-old twins, Mia and Max, walk. Born with a rare neuromuscular condition, the twins had spent their young lives in wheelchairs. Every doctor, every specialist, every therapist had told him the same heartbreaking words: they may never walk. Richard, once a man of unshakable confidence, had grown bitter and withdrawn. The only person who seemed to bring any light into his mansion was the quiet maid he barely noticed, Angela Brown. She was a single mother who worked 2 jobs just to provide for her own child. Yet she carried herself with grace and warmth that even the children adored. Every morning, Angela sang as she worked, her gentle voice echoing through the marble halls. One day, as Richard passed the playroom, he stopped at the doorway. His twins were laughing, something they hadn't done in weeks. Angela was on the floor beside them, holding their tiny hands, guiding them in rhythm to a soft gospel tune. "We move when we believe," she whispered, her tone calm and sure. She wasn't forcing them, she was teaching them to trust their bodies. To Richard's astonishment, Mia managed to lift herself slightly, her knees trembling but holding. Max followed, leaning on Angela's shoulder for balance. Richard froze, emotion choking his throat. The next day, he watched again. Angela continued her miracle sessions, not as therapy, but as play. She told the twins stories of faith, of how her grandmother taught her to dance before she could even talk. "Your legs aren't broken," she'd say softly. "They're just waiting for courage." Day after day, the twins grew stronger. Richard's cold heart began to thaw. He started joining the sessions silently, pushing their wheelchairs outside so they could feel the sun. One morning, as Angela sang Amazing Grace, Mia let go of her chair and took one shaky, miraculous step forward. Richard dropped to his knees, tears flooding his face. Max soon followed, wobbling toward his sister as Angela's hands hovered in disbelief. Doctors called it impossible, but Richard knew better. It wasn't science. It was love, patience, and faith wrapped in the kindness of a woman society often overlooked. From that day forward, Angela wasn't just the maid. Richard offered her the highest position in his household and a lifelong friendship. He often said later in interviews, "He didn't just teach my children to walk. She taught me to believe again." And every year on the anniversary of that miracle, Angela, Mia, and Max would dance together on the lawn, proving that sometimes the most extraordinary healings come from the most humble hearts.